Hello, and welcome to yet another dimension. I'm your host, Jeremy.
What is this, Night Gallery?
Night Gallery, yes, NPR. And I'm here with Mr. Electric Copy
Oh,
himself, Andrew
yeah. That's my
Tagani.
new nickname, huh?
Yes. Or it could be Mr. Red. You only get those two.
Okay.
Okay. So, today we're going to be talking about our absolute favorite movies of 2021, our top 5. Not a lot of great movies that came out this year, but there were some good
There were
ones.
some good ones. It
Yeah.
actually starts towards the later half of the year.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
And there might be some familiar faces on here. But so you wanted to talk about first what movies you wanted to you
Movies
missed out
I
on.
Wish I had seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have a list of could have been. So I'm just gonna talk about really quickly. These probably would have made the list or could have if I had seen them. But French Dispatch. I love Wes Anderson, so I really wish I would have seen that one.
We've been watching Wes Anderson movies
Yeah.
like crazy, and we fucked up.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fuck up of the year.
We just
I think.
watched Royal Tenenbaums and Grand Budapest recently. And
Yeah, it was good.
I wish I had seen that one. Another director I really like, Edgar Wright, made a movie called Last Night in Soho, which
I forgot about that.
it
Damn
was
it.
great. I like Anya Taylor-Joy is the lead actress.
Mm-hmm.
She's great. A Quiet Place Part 2. I wish I had seen that one
That's a great movie.
I did like A Quiet Place 1 a lot.
Oh, so you've seen it?
I've seen the first one.
Oh, you've seen it when it originally came out?
Yeah, I saw it in the loudest theater I've ever been in, which
Oh.
was bad because it was a really quiet movie. As the
Damn.
title suggests, but
Oh, that messes up the movie. Go ahead.
oh yeah, it was great.
Mm.
This guy was like, "Is she dead?"
Is she dead? Clam.
Like the minute that the spoiler alert if you haven't seen the first one, but the kid gets eaten by a monster, like the
Yeah.
opening scene. Yeah. Anyway, and then another one I wanted to see this year, A Tragedy of Macbeth, which is actually directed by just Joel Cohen, I think, not Ethan Cohen. So this is the first movie I
Oh.
think the one Cohen brother did on his own.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Or
they
it's one of a few movies
Uh-huh.
that he did on his own.
they usually as a team. Yeah.
Yeah, they usually
Uh-huh.
is a writer-director team. So I really want to see that one. I had like Denzel Washington as Macbeth, and yeah,
I did not know about this movie at all. I heard
Frances
about the other
McDormand.
ones.
Yeah, and I was thinking it was coming out soon, but I think it came out like early December or late
Mhm.
November, so I already kind of like missed it because I was looking for showtimes and it was only showing in one place in Ann Arbor. So
I hate when that happens, man. Like
I
a
know.
good movie, it's only shown in like 2 movie theaters in your area.
limited release. So
That's why good movies are not seen.
yeah, I'll have to check it out when it comes available online or for rent. But that one looked really good. So those are my coulda beens.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have any honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions? Yeah, I have a couple.
So movies that didn't make our top 5, but
Yeah.
we still really liked.
So I'm not gonna count this really, but I want to. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh, you're pedantic, is what you are. This is just stupid. It came out this year.
It wouldn't even be in my top 5. Okay, all right.
But it came out this year.
All right, we're not gonna talk about it. All right.
It didn't come out. When did it come out? Back in the day.
2017. I seen it in the fucking movie theater. That movie was
It
shit.
did say it was directed by Zack Snyder. So
Oh, whatever. Okay, all right.
yeah, I don't like to talk about that one.
It's one of the better movies of the year to me.
For sure.
Yes, it's too long,
Oh, for sure.
but
Yeah.
I really liked it. It brought me back to the DC world, and I was like, okay, I see you. But you're probably gonna talk about it.
I will.
Okay. Honorable mention. Nobody. Remember that movie?
Yeah, that was one of my honorable mentions too.
Okay, yeah, Nobody was pretty good. Starring Bob
Odenkirk.
Yeah, I think it's just established that he's not gonna be the comedic guy all the time.
He did a really good job being a serious role.
Yeah.
It was a cool movie.
Shang-Chi in the Legend of the Ten Rings.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I was surprised. One thing about it, I didn't like the girl, the partner.
I don't know.
whatever.
Does anyone like Aquafina? If you like Aquafina, please comment.
I'm more of
Because I really want to meet someone who likes her.
I'm more of a fan of Ice Mountain. So. Oh, we're talking about the actor, rapper slash.
Yeah. Oh,
Content.
she's a rapper, right?
Yeah,
That's
I
sad.
could tell. Oh yeah, the action scenes are really good.
Yeah,
and like
this-
the look
maybe
of
the
it.
best action in Marvel movies, maybe.
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
it was great. I was surprised by it, but
Yeah.
like everything else was just okay. But I'm starting to like Marvel more and more.
Yeah.
Speaking of another Marvel movie, Black Widow.
That's another one of my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
And
I think Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
Pugh. was Pew Pew.
She was
She was
fantastic.
yeah. She's a great actress.
Yeah.
I fucking love her, and like I really like that movie. But other movies are better though.
Yeah.
And also the Black Widow, she's like whatever character to me, and she's already spoiler. She's already dead, so it's kind of like
Yeah. It's kind of like a send off movie, but it was a pretty solid movie.
Yeah.
And it didn't crack my top 5, but it was pretty good. Yeah.
Also another decent movie, Candyman.
Yeah.
It was a good horror movie. The characters, stories, like whatever. The original one's better, so I can't really give it that much props. But I enjoy Candyman.
It was an honorable mention for me as well. I like that one a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quiet Place 2. You talked about it. Good movie. It was close to cracking the top 5.
Yeah, that good.
Yeah, and then number 6, honorable mention. I wanted to put it. I was so close to putting it in my top 5. Suicide Squad.
That was my last honorable mention.
Yeah,
well, actually,
see?
I have one more you haven't seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Suicide Squad. Not
I mean,
Suicide Squad.
Things I love with the titles, man.
Yeah. Honorable mention.
But I have to say that movie
Yeah.
that kind of brought me back to DC because that was a great movie.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
surprised. That's like one of the biggest surprises of the year
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Because DC, I can't name another DC movie I actually like other than the ones that came out this year.
Right.
Can you like name one?
Well, I mean, not unless you go back to like the pre-DC universe. Right?
Yeah, no. I'm
Like,
talking about like
Dark
DC.
Knight trilogy, yeah. But
Oh
like,
no, I'm sorry. The Dark Knight. I mean,
you're talking about the DC extended universe.
yeah, that.
Yeah, like Shazam's okay.
I didn't see
I
it.
like the first Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman 1984 is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's why I hear a lot.
Yeah, it's so bad.
But like the Suicide Squad, I really like that movie. I want to watch it again. It's entertaining, it's fun, it's funny, it's gory. That's the type of comic book movie I like. Okay,
Yeah,
I like the bad guy side.
Yeah.
And it'll just I can never
Idris
say.
Elba?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
really good in this movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But should I say my 5 or should
You
we
can
say?
get into your 5, yeah. But the last honorable mention I had that you didn't mention because you haven't seen it, I don't think, was The Power of the Dog, a Netflix movie with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch it
Yeah,
yet.
but that was a pretty good movie. It almost cracked my top 5. I didn't love it, but it was a really good indie movie, and I like how it kind of subverts like the Western cowboy stereotype, like the John Wayne stereotype. And Benedict Cumberbatch, if he doesn't win the Oscar this year, it's a fucking crime.
He's that good, huh?
Oh, his performance is fantastic.
Oh wow, I gotta watch it.
And the movie is okay, but like his performance is really what elevates it. I definitely think it's an Oscar-worthy performance for sure. So that was my last honorable mention.
I gotta watch that then.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
not even top. Okay, it must. Yeah, the performance must have been really good then.
Oh, it's
You said
great.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you have no more honorable mentions.
No
that
more
I didn't-
honorable mentions that you
that I didn't
bring up.
discuss.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready to crack my top 5.
All right. So number 5. Now this is the biggest surprise of the year for me. I talked about this. It's a movie that came out recently. It's a kids movie.
Sing 2?
No, fuck. No, it's
Oh, I
not
was
Sing
about to
2.
say.
Sing 2 was good, but
Oh, 8-bit
It's-
Christmas?
8-Bit Christmas.
Yeah,
I love this movie.
really.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it yet, no.
I don't know if you like it as much as me, but 8-Bit Christmas is it's a new classic Christmas movie that I watch every year now. I fucking love this movie. I didn't expect anything from it. I see it on HBO Max. I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. I put it on, and it's kind of similar to A Christmas Story. Like an older adult, it's like telling the story of how he got the NES as a kid. You know, I love video games.
You?
A little bit. All right.
Yeah.
We have a love-hate relationship. I like to throw shit, throw it around,
Yeah.
abuse it, but I still love it, even though it's not a video game. But
Toxic.
yeah, toxic. Okay, so it's MPH himself, Neil Patrick Harris.
See, I don't have anything against him. I just said
I know.
I didn't like him in
He's
the
not
Matrix.
he's like a wholesome guy.
He's funny.
Dad.
I think he's a good comedy role.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just don't think he works as like a villain.
Yeah.
I have nothing against.
No, I know.
He's
I
fine.
like
He's
him. I
fine.
like him. He's funny.
Yeah,
And,
he is
and
funny.
he's the dad in this. He's narrating the story of how he got the NES, the Nintendo from the 80s. He's telling his daughter, and his daughter seems not interested in it. And then so it just felt like so nostalgic cuz as a kid, you have all these crazy characters, your friends, cuz one of his friends is the the pathological liar. I mean, I knew one of those kids.
We all did.
He's fucking hilarious in this. Like you have like the brothers and sisters. Like one of them's kind of a tomboy. Like it's just, like the characters they introduce them and they're so memorable. I love the cast of characters and like the family dynamic. Like the dad that's always working on shit at home but never finishes it. Like it's always a project. It's like it was so endearing. Like the characters and like you really want him to get the NES at the end. Because like they've been working for it, and like you like as a kid, you just like the little moments and like the little things like they like so like they're so important, and like you like really miss that as a kid. Like the one like just the smallest things mean so much, and like they show it so well in this movie, and I shed a tear at the end of like a little bit of a tear, man.
You're not an emotional guy.
I know, and like this movie got me. Like it was like a like kind of a sad like bittersweet ending to it. I wasn't expecting that. I was entertained the whole way. I was laughing. And like there's like this rich kid that has the NES at the beginning, and like we know like there's always this one kid in the neighborhood that you absolutely hate, but his parents are rich or they have money, so you go over there anyways. Like it's so relatable, and they did it right. The kid's story, Christmas story. So definitely watch this if you have kids or just like you want a nostalgia trip. I think it's good for everybody.
Okay, cool.
So number 5, 8-Bit Christmas.
8-Bit Christmas.
Yes, Christmas classic.
8-Bit Christmas.
Better than Home Alone.
I don't know, man. Home Alone 2. That's my go-to.
It's
right
okay.
There, man.
It's okay. It's okay.
There's the pigeon lady.
There's the pigeon lady.
Donald Trump cameo.
Yes.
It's classic.
Man.
Like when he says, over there.
It's over there.
Or when he points.
Yeah.
Down the hall.
Nothing can beat that, man.
Iconic line. Yeah.
Best movie of 2021.
Best guest appearance
Home Alone 2.
I've ever seen.
Yes.
My number 5.
Our president.
Another Christmas movie. No, it's not a Christmas movie. Judas and the Black Messiah.
Number 5?
That's my number 5. Yeah.
Great movie.
It was a really solid movie. Very memorable performances by both Lakeith Stanfield and Daniel Kaluuya. I really like this one a lot. I like that it's not like I hate when movies try to like force a woke message on you and it just doesn't work. Like in the Many Saints of Newark, like they tried to cram in all this like Black Panther shit in a movie where it just
unnecessary.
It didn't fit. There's already so much else going on. Mm-hmm. But I mean, this movie the focus is the Black Panthers, right? And but yeah, I really liked it. It's really suspenseful. I feel like the whole time, like I was kind of in danger.
Yeah, it's very intense.
It's very intense. Not only just like the performances, but the music, the overall ambiance, everything just feels like it's very, very intense. And I find it weird that it's like a true story because it's
I couldn't believe that. That's what makes it a little bit more harder hitting.
Yeah.
Like, it's a real story. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy how biblical it is for like a true story because it basically mimics like Judas like betraying Jesus and hanging. I think he kills himself. The real guy actually kills himself in real life, which was kind of crazy.
Is that a spoiler though? If it happened in real life?
I don't know if it's a spoiler. I probably should have said I'm going to spoil all these movies probably, but yeah, definitely that was. Probably, I didn't think it was like the best movie of the year, but definitely really solid movie, mm-hmm. and I definitely want to watch it again for sure.
I like that movie a lot.
Yeah.
The performances were great. I think it might be the best performance I've seen this year, other than a later movie.
Was that Daniel Kaluuya?
Yeah, it was great, and like the scene where like I mentioned this before in our July video, where Daniel he's doing the speech, his wife or girlfriend is pregnant. He knows about it. Lakeith, he's like sitting there next to him, and you have the FBI informant.
The guy played by Todd.
All these different dynamics, and like the scene is great. And it's directed by Shaka King. You ever heard of him? See, I looked him up. This is only his second full length movie.
It's impressive.
And like he's a younger talent, and I look forward to what he does in the future.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And like there's many civil rights movies, but this movie. It felt different. It felt great. So
yeah, and it's intense. It's very intense.
And it was
very
great.
Good cinematically. It's not just like a biopic. It's like a real ass movie.
Yeah.
With like
it's
a
not just a
mood
documentary type of
just
showing what the facts would happen.
Right.
Kind of boring.
I don't really care for those kind of movies. Like anything just like a true story. I don't really like those typically. I don't think they're really interesting. Most of them like what's the one Nolan movie Dunkirk.
See, I didn't watch it, so
I don't care about it, Mm-hmm. So like this one is a way more interesting story. I think the stakes are higher. So yeah, it's great. Definitely would recommend. If you haven't watched it, it's a good watch.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
It's great.
Yeah,
you should definitely watch it. So that was number
That's
5,
my number
right?
5. Yeah.
So number 4. Oh, also the 8-Bit Christmas is directed by Michael Dowse, whoever that is.
Michael Dowse.
Yeah.
My favorite director of all time.
Oh, so we seen this together. This movie number 4. It's The Green Knight.
Oh, that's on my list here.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's probably the same. But The Green Knight, that directed by David
Lowery.
Yeah, he wrote and directed this. I think he actually edited it as well. So we seen this in the movie theater. We didn't review it for some reason.
Yeah,
it's a very hard movie to understand because it's like dealing with a lot of like metaphors or like it's just really happening or it's just a metaphor. What's going on?
Yeah.
So wait. So exactly. So it's like it's part of like the King Arthur.
Yeah, I guess.
And the Knights of the Round, right?
Yeah, it's a ballad from like the King Arthur legend about his nephew, Sir Gawain.
Yeah.
And I guess this is a ballad where this guy, the Green Knight, which I think is kind of like the Green Man in folklore. I know a little bit about like folklore and stuff. Like
you know more about that, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's kind of like similar to the Green Man, which is usually just a representation of nature. Anyway, he comes to King Arthur's court. He's summoned by, it looks like,
on Christmas
Day, Christmas movie.
Another Christmas movie.
This was the Christmas movie I was alluding to. Yeah, and he comes to King Arthur's court on Christmas Day. He's summoned by, it looks like Gawain's mother, who in this version is Morgan Le Fay, who is like, Morgan Le Fay, like in Arthurian legend, is like the antithesis to Merlin. She's like the witch that tries to, she's the villain.
Yeah, she's the villain in that, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess in this version, she's Gawain's mother. It's not normally like that, which is kind of interesting. So she summons the Green Knight to show up there, and he challenges Arthur to like a test. If he can like wound him or something, he will deliver the same blow to him or
next
something
year.
like that.
Yeah, like he'll deal the exact same blow. If he get in exchange, he'll give him the green axe, his axe, the knight's axe.
Yeah.
So
Sir Gawain steps up instead of Arthur doing
like a
it.
damn
and
fool.
Idiot chops his head off.
Yeah.
So he basically, like, the whole movie from then on out, he's like he's going on a quest to meet the Green Knight at this chapel where he's going to fight him again and receive the same blow that he did to him, which essentially is a fatal blow, right? Because the Green Knight, when his head gets chopped off, he just puts it right back on because he's like this magical creature type. And
I like the magical feel of the movie. It's like anything goes. They're getting lost in the world. It's like that one part where like the giants are walking. It's like I kind of got lost in the world. Is in like the visuals are so like the best visuals I think.
It's the reason it's on my list, man.
Other than this one movie, I think it's the best of the year, and it captured my like attention right away.
Yeah,
it's absolutely beautiful. I thank you for talking about this because I probably wouldn't even known about it. And I usually not a fantasy like the biggest fantasy fan, but I was like when it's done right, I love it.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of art house fantasy movies.
Yeah,
and that's
man.
What this is really.
This is not for like the casual viewer, but I would say just go in with an open mind and just like enjoy the visuals. Just try to get your own meaning from each like scene because it's very hard to understand. Like it's like up to interpretation.
Yeah, a lot of it is. Yeah,
and I like the story of like I would say I see it as like don't write checks your ass can't cash.
That's part of it.
Yeah, like don't be careful
make
what
promises you can't fulfill.
Yeah. And like he goes and fulfill it, and I that's honorable. I like honor, and like that's a big theme back then, like honor.
Yeah.
Amongst like the knights and of that sort, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it's something you really have to just experience because the visuals, oh my god, like,
some of the best visuals I've seen all year.
Like the ending, so good. The endings, like I don't want to talk about the ending scene, I guess, but like I wanted like a frame to work the Green Knight where he's kind of
it was so cool.
I was like wow, and like the whole movie is like expertly done in terms of cinematography. Like he did great. David Lowery, he's fucking great so far. He's another younger director. He's like only 41.
Yeah.
He does some stuff, but I've never seen it.
I've seen A Ghost Story. That's another movie he did, which is also it's kind of like minimal. It's way different than this movie.
Oh, okay.
But I like that one a lot too. It's very just kind of quiet and introspective. But this one definitely elevated it for me. Yeah, one of my favorites of the year for sure.
Yeah, it's better to see it than just to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's something you need to experience.
Yeah,
to
and
know.
I found it helpful too. Afterwards, looking up a little bit of the mythology, I watched a video that kind of broke down some of the. I guess there's tests of chivalry that a knight goes through back in that day.
Yeah.
And it kind of like used that to examine the movie and the ways that the main character Gawain is tested and which ways he fails and that sort of thing. So definitely look into the mythology of like that sort of thing too. It's helpful to understand the movie, but it was really good.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. If you're looking for a big action-packed gladiator type movie, you're not gonna get it. You're gonna be disappointed. It's more introspective.
Yeah, we need that though. We need like
for sure.
films like that, man, to show like what you can show, like, instead of like a whole bunch of dialogue, action. Like it's very hard to do something like this and keep you entertained.
Yeah.
And like it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my number 3.
That was your number 3.
Yeah.
I'm messing up your list.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that was gonna happen a little bit.
Yeah. So wait. So are you number?
I'm still on 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead with your number 4.
My number 4 was actually a movie that came out this year, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna give you shit for it. It did come out this year.
It did come out this year.
Okay.
Now look.
It wouldn't be in my top 5 anyways.
Some pretense. Even though we are the Zack Snyder review channel,
We really are.
I am really not a big fan of Zack Snyder.
Me neither.
I honestly feel like not only we got the Snyder cut of Batman v Superman, and it sucks, right? We got the Snyder cut of Man of Steel, it sucks. I'm not a fan of his overall direction, of characters, of Batman having a gun, of all this shit. I'm just giving you context because I did say I like this movie. So
yeah, so there's a lot riding against it. Like you have low expectations going in.
I mean that, and the fact I cannot believe that this movie got made the way that it did. I mean, like, I guess technically a lot of it was already shot beforehand, but I cannot believe that Warner Brothers actually re-released this based on like fan petition. That is unheard of. Have you ever heard of that happening?
Well, the Sonic movie.
Yeah, that too. I guess they changed the Sonic look and
so nowadays I think it's possible. Like petitions work.
Yeah, and I guess Deadpool too actually was like kind of in development hell for a while, and Ryan Reynolds and the fans helped get that made. But
like this big of a scale of a movie,
like, they redid the whole fucking movie.
Like that's a lot of fucking work.
And it was an expensive movie that made them no money. Yeah. Right? The original theatrical cut of Justice League.
Terrible.
Poorly reviewed and it honestly like didn't make hardly any money either, so it's just
as it shouldn't. Yeah, it's a terrible movie.
I you know how long I waited for like a Justice League movie?
Oh yeah, I know, this is a big thing.
I'm kind of a nerd.
Yeah, with it,
I was like really excited for a Justice League movie with like, cause I thought the way they did the Avengers was so cool. Like having a connected universe is so cool for superheroes. That's the thing that really works well for superheroes because that's what they do in the comics, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right. So I really was expecting a great movie in 2017. I didn't get it. Disappointed with Henry Cavill's CGI mouth and everything. So I'm giving you all this context because I did not expect to like Zack Snyder's Justice League. But
and now it's number 4.
Right? Oh boy, I have to say it's a little long. I mean, it's 4 hours.
It's really long.
And if I were to make it myself, I would have trimmed it down to probably about 3 or 3.5. But
just take out some of the fucking slow motion. That's all you need.
Oh, I know, and that is the biggest thing that plagues this movie is that he slow-mos almost every shot.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I interrupt you.
No, I mean there's some negative things, but honestly, overall, if this movie was like a half hour shorter, it'd be a great movie. I would even say it's a great movie.
I would too.
It's pretty good, and I can't believe how much I liked it, especially compared to the original. Like, there's so much more character development for like Flash and Cyborg, and the end scene.
So great.
Oh my god,
One of the best
climax between like the final fight between the Justice League and Steppenwolf was so fucking cool.
And it was Steppenwolf is such a bad villain in the original one.
So bad.
And they made him so better in this.
Yeah, and he's still not great, but definitely miles better.
Yeah, he was like the worst villain I think I've seen in a superhero movie up to that point.
He looked like shit.
Terrible.
He had no dimension. Like, he was just a stand-in, really.
How did they... I don't understand what the CG... Did they just make it better over time, or was it always shitty, though?
I think it might have been a bit of a rush job, because the thing is, there was all these reshoots and stuff. They brought in Joss Whedon to redo half the movie, so fuck you, Joss Whedon.
Yeah, what's going on with that, man?
I don't know. That movie looked like utter shit. It looked so bad, but
this movie looks so much better.
Oh, so much better.
Not even close.
Yeah. And so it's just a big improvement over like what was a really shitty movie, and actually made a really good movie out of it. I liked all the improvements they made. The only thing I would have changed is they should cut a lot of scenes. They should have probably cut Martian Manhunter being in it and the little epilogue with Jared Leto's Joker because I don't like him. But
No, you don't at all.
I don't at all.
I don't like it either, to be honest.
But I did love this movie. Actually, I think it was really really good.
It was.
So it's not my best of the year, but honestly, like I was not expecting to like it at all. In fact, I was ready to shit on it. I think we both were.
Yeah, we were. I thought I was like, oh man, I gotta do this. I guess it's my job. But I was like, oh, this is good.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
So that's my number 4.
It made me care. It made me care about Cyborg and Flash, and I didn't care a damn thing about them.
No.
I made me actually like them.
And remember his Flash's original role in the theatrical cut?
Yeah.
He like saves a family of like 4 people by pushing a truck.
Didn't they just completely cut that, right?
Oh, in this one,
it's cut.
There's no family. And what he does is
God.
like the coolest shit in the world. He like goes back in time. All the Justice League get like blown to bits, and their body parts come back together because Flash goes back in time.
That was one of the best endings of the year.
That was so fucking sweet.
That was so
I
sweet.
couldn't get over how epic that was, and
like the very end when they cut his head off, like as a team, like kill him.
It was crazy.
That was sweet, man.
I cannot believe that Warner Brothers didn't think that ending was better than what we got. That's
too
insane.
graphics, too gory. I love it.
God.
This and now the Suicide Squad,
like
the more darker side of comic books heroes and stuff. I like it.
Just do it. Like if you're gonna lean in on the dark side, just go all the way.
All the way. Don't go halfway. Like the Man of Steel, it looks dark, but it's just like ugh.
I just like
drab. It just looks drab.
It does, and what has worked so well for like some of the Fox Marvel characters like Deadpool and even like Logan, right? They made them rated R. They just let them go and make their own movie.
Logan's great, yeah.
Yeah, those are the best movies. So I don't know why I guess they're afraid they're gonna lose a market, but Deadpool was like the highest grossing rated R movie I think at the time.
Right? Yeah, it was a big success. Yeah,
so
I think it was the first one that it was the best rated R. Yeah,
at the time I think it was. Yeah, so I just think they should do more of those R-rated movies. Let them go in if they're gonna go in. But that's my number 4 was Zack Snyder's Justice League. It was definitely, and you know what? It's historic too. I think that's the best thing about it. It's like it shows that we have a voice as an audience.
Yeah, that's what we're doing it for.
You know. That I think is amazing. We can actually shape what studios do. So,
and it didn't used to be like that at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
You get a shit movie.
You just get shit.
Yeah.
Maybe later on, like with the video sales, it probably like, oh, maybe we should do it again or something like that.
Right, it becomes like a cult classic or something.
But other than that,
like a Dune.
Like a Dune?
Dune. Anyway, my number 4 is Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Hold on, what's my number 3? Oh, so we talked about this already. My number 3. It's Judas and the Black Messiah. I really like this movie.
Which was my number 5.
I was surprised by how I usually, with the biopics and like it's all right to me, but I really like this movie. I like the dynamic of I like the undercover like informant. I really like those stories.
Yeah,
and they did it so well. Some great directing, acting all around. We talked about it, and I loved it. Yeah, and number 3. In Shaka Khan. I always want to say Shaka Khan. Shaka King. I struggle so hard. I swear. I struggle.
Now I'm not going to be able to say Shaka King.
Shaka King. I look forward to what he does next.
Yeah,
but that was number 3. I've already said it when you talk about it. So.
And I'm going to repeat as well because my number 3 is The Green Knight. So.
Oh, okay. Well, one more thing. Like I watched it. Like it was in February, and I still remember scenes from that. I can't remember scenes from like fucking the Nightmare Alley. Like that's what makes it so good.
It was memorable for sure.
But go ahead. Number 3 for you is The Green Knight.
That's The Green Knight. I don't have much more to say that I didn't already say. It's beautiful visuals. I like the tale of morality, and it easily I think maybe even the best looking movie of the year. I think
I would think so. Yeah.
There's another movie that's pretty good too. It's probably both of our number 1.
Yeah,
so I'm not
pretty
gonna say
epic. yeah. The Green Knight. I was like, wow. I was floored by the visuals, and like to be honest, like the last 3 of my list, they could have been switched around. It's not like a big difference. Right. It's just like, oh, what did I think a little bit better, or maybe I want to watch again. So.
Yeah. My number 1, which I think is probably your number 1, I think is The Beginning of a Masterpiece. So.
Oh, Beginning of a Masterpiece. Yes.
I have a feeling our number 2 and number 1 are the same.
It might be.
So what's your number 2?
No, that's not Pig. So number 2.
Ooh. I mean, you haven't mentioned it yet, so I know it's gotta be that one.
Which one is it? It's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse, because that was the best. No, Spider-Man, No Way Home. We just seen that like a week or two.
I think it was like 2 weeks ago now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And wow, I couldn't believe I felt guilty putting this on number 2 because
I mean, it's a lot of fan service, but man, they do it well though.
man, I couldn't believe how well they did it.
Yeah.
We talked about it in the review. It was a long ass review. Go watch it if you want to like a deep dive into it. But man, this movie it had me, and I didn't really like the first two. I liked the first two. Maybe I need to give it a second shot, but yeah, Tom Holland he did his shit. He did his thing in this.
Yeah, he definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I like is that this is a super busy movie with so much going on.
Yeah.
You got, we're gonna spoil it too. So if you haven't seen Spider-Man: No Way Home, which I know some people
It's
haven't
great.
had a chance yet, but we're gonna spoil some things, so you have a chance to get off now.
Move.
And okay, spoilers. It not only has all like the villains from the Tobey Maguire movies and Andrew Garfield movies, it has the 2 other Spider-Men. How fucking cool is that? I mean, I know it was like the worst kept rumor in Hollywood this past year, but it was so cool to see them show up.
They had to do it. They had to do it, and they did it right.
Yeah, they did.
I thought this was gonna be like a meme-filled movie, but no. I mean, it is a meme-filled movie, but it's just so natural, and like you just felt the nostalgia, like you feel it in the movie. They have the nostalgia of like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
But then they still build a great movie, a plot.
That's what I find so amazing is that there's all this like fan service.
Amazing.
But none of it felt like it didn't serve the story.
Uh-huh.
That's why I think it's done so well. Like everything was really still serving Tom Holland's Peter Parker and his development. And I like that he's a naive kid still. And this kind of like I feel like this kind of closes his arc as like a high schooler. Like I feel like at the end, because not only are they applying for college and stuff.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's almost like this is the end of a trilogy of him being a young Spider-Man, and we're going to get to more probably what like Tobey and Andrew were in their versions, like an older version of Spider-Man.
Damn, that was They constructed this movie so well.
Yeah, there's a lot of cameos and there's a lot of characters, and it's still very much connected to like Doctor Strange and other Marvel properties and stuff.
It didn't like weigh it down. Like I feel like it weighs it down sometimes, but this time it was so natural.
It was done very well. Yeah, so I don't have much more to say except that I loved it. I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I'm glad that he's gonna get some more movies too to be in because he's young and I feel like that's deserving. I think Willem Dafoe's performance in this, this guy deserves a fucking Oscar, man. Like,
he'll get one eventually.
He is such a fucking good actor. He's so good in The Lighthouse, and in this one, he plays such a great villain. Like, his Norman Osborn is just great. He's scary as fuck. Like, the scene where he's getting punched in the face and he just keeps laughing and laughing. I really want to watch this movie again.
That's like, this movie and the next movie, I want to watch immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. And there's tons of Easter eggs, so like for Spider-Man fans, for any generation, this is like just a great movie. I think it's a great story, so I don't have much more to say than that. I wish I could say it's my number 1 of the year, but there's one movie that I think is a masterpiece in the making. I really do, and that's my number 1, and it's probably your number 1 too.
My number 1? Mortal Kombat!
Mortal Kombat!
No, it's Dune. Dune!
Dune!
Do the Dune!
Do the Dune!
Dune. Okay, so directed by Dennis the Menace himself.
Dennis Vanilla.
Denis Villeneuve. We can't say his name.
We cannot say his name for shit. But boy, is he a great director.
He directed Blade Runner, and also one of your favorite movies,
Arrival, Sicario, Prisoners. Man, he's got a good track.
He's the best going. I think he's the best so far.
Oh, the best guy out there at the moment. Yeah, for sure.
He's taking the Christopher Nolan crown.
Yeah, unfortunately, Christopher Nolan's put out some duds.
I think even better than Quentin Tarantino these days, to me.
These days, yeah, probably.
He's a complete package because, man, this movie is great.
Yeah,
and it's just only this is the beginning of it.
It's the first part. Yeah, I remember we were in the theater when it said part 1. He got all mad. He was like, "Are you serious,
man? I fucking hate part 1, 2, 3."
But honestly, okay, so
I need to calm down before I lose my voice.
Yeah, we did watch the David Lynch Dune as well from the 80s.
We watched it afterwards, right?
Afterwards, and boy, is it rushed.
Oh man, they condensed this whole entire book into like hour and like 2 hours.
It's not even. It may be just over 2 hours.
Man, I like the set design and like what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
but
it's very, very rushed. So anyway, I always say that because I think Denis Vanilla's, justification of it being 2 movies. Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
Yes, but this movie, by itself, it's so great.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why it's so good too. Like it's not even just like this is part one. Like I felt entertained this whole time, and
Yeah, satisfied.
you know, like I was worried because I heard that Dune is really lore heavy and politics heavy, but it's not like, you know, like Star Wars Episode 1 where everything is just really boring CGI Senate room with a bunch of unrecognizable aliens. Like this was like really good politics and sabotage.
This world is so fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do want to read the book because I've never read the book, so I am curious like
I
the
read the
differences. No, he did not.
The first chapter.
Probably read for 16 pages maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was surprisingly. I knew it'd probably be pretty good. Like I said, this director's got a great track record, and
but I didn't know it'd be that great.
it's my favorite movie of the year.
Yeah.
Easily best movie of the year, and that's saying something because I'm a pretty big Spider-Man.
Yeah,
fan, so-
Spider-Man everywhere we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but no, I think this was my favorite because I think this one it's gonna be like I think when part 2 comes out, like as a complete package, this thing is gonna be like a fucking masterpiece, and I'm so glad it did well at the box office because that
Yeah,
means
thank
it's
God,
gonna
yeah.
they're gonna make part 2. They already greenlit part 2, which is like, thank God they
Yes.
did. I was really worried
Imagine.
they might not after like seeing part 1. I was like, oh my God, I hope this movie does well.
Yeah, I think it's just too good not to make. It's
Yeah.
just too good. You
Yeah.
know, today, I think, like, the cream always rises to the top, I think, nowadays.
Hopefully,
It sounds like the Matt, because, like, he had a great track record. He had very popular, I mean, he had Blade Runner, Rival. It's been popular movies, so I think he has, like, a big enough name where he's not going to be missing. But, like, man, it's like this in terms of like the costumes, the spaceship
the
designs.
visuals are so good. Man.
I can't believe what I was watching. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, I want that right now. I want to buy it.
Yeah.
I'll spend $1,000 like the fucking.
You want to
suits.
cosplay as
Yes,
Paul? Yeah.
all day, every day. I wish.
Yeah.
Oh man, they should make an anime of it. I fucking
Yeah.
love like animation. That'd be sweet. But yeah, I want like it was so great, and like all the performances were
Oh,
great.
yeah, Timothy Chalamet. I mean, I know
This is the first time I ever seen him in.
he's
the
got a
movie.
lot of hype, but he definitely earns it in this movie. I
Yeah.
think he's great. You know, I've yet to see like most of his other movies. I saw him in Lady Bird, I think, but
Yeah, I've never seen him in anything. So
yeah, but he was great, and his mom, Rebecca Ferguson, I thought was really good too.
Mm-hmm.
All performances, even though by the ones I thought were just kind of like side characters, like Jason Momoa, like
Yeah.
did what I think he had to do.
there was good casting in this.
It really was.
really good. Yeah.
And it's a big cast. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of just exciting moments. Like spoilers. We're gonna get into spoilers for this too, but like when they storm like the castle,
Yeah.
or like Dune's like the headquarters, man, that's crazy scene, man.
Like outside is like the big explosions, fight scenes, but inside is espionage where he's trying to kill the king or like
Yeah.
the duke.
Oscar Isaac's
Yeah,
character,
yeah. It was so much going on, so much lore building, world building, and also the plot, the characters. It was like off the scale on everything.
But I thought it was done so good.
Yeah, it was like usually like movies like this. There's a lot going on. It's like it's mishandled so much, but he handled it so well. I couldn't believe it.
He balanced character. He balanced the mise en scène,
The mise en scène.
Everything was good. The story, I mean, like it's a lot of, like you said, a lot of world building. But you also, I never felt like I was bored, and it's a long movie too. It's like 2.5 hours, and I never felt bored.
A lot of people were saying like, "Oh, that's boring." I get it. I don't know, man. This seemed like it was easy to get. It was exciting. I don't know. I just didn't feel that way. Like you watch Star Wars. I mean, it's very similar to Star Wars to me. It's just more like a like better made Star Wars today.
It's like grounded.
Yeah, more grounded.
Yeah.
Realistic, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars to me.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? I think like, I mean, maybe people had a hard time understanding it, but I feel like for me, I understood everything I needed to watch this movie.
Yeah.
And
I might
get, like, a
miss some
complete story.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know everything they mentioned. Talking about all this like lore and stuff, but I knew everything that I needed to know to get a complete story from this movie.
Yeah.
I think so.
I agree. It's a masterpiece. I'm coming because the next, I feel like he's gonna hit out the park.
Yeah.
He got everything in place. Great.
Given what we've seen from the old movie, all the cool stuff that they end up doing.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to see it done right.
Man,
it's
yes,
gonna be really, really good. I think.
I think it was just too ahead of his time. I don't think it could handle that.
They didn't have the special effects
No.
to make it, and they tried to make it one movie, which was a mistake too.
No.
Doing it in 2 movies is a good idea.
This is the right time to do it.
Yeah,
And I can't wait. It's like come out 2023.
I think 2023 or 2022, maybe. I don't know. I hope it's not
Come
that
out
far.
this year?
Let me look up
Next
when
year?
Dune's coming out.
Man, so yeah, I look forward to that's my most
Probably
anticipated
2023.
movie.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. I was very surprised that I would like it this much because I usually don't like these big epic movies like that. I enjoy it, but like going everywhere, it's like
Yeah.
I like the more
You like when it takes place in one place.
Yeah, like the Hateful Eight. Did you find it?
It's 2023.
So 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so
October
October.
2023.
Yeah, so we got two more.
You know what? If I gotta wait for something great, I don't really care.
Yeah,
It's kind of how it is with like Tool albums and Spider-Man games.
exactly.
I'll wait.
Spider-Man.
I'd rather you release a good thing
Uh,
than try to push it out, and then I get the theatrical cut of Justice League, right? So it sounds like Warner Brothers is letting Dennis Villeneuve do whatever he wants to do, and I'm happy about that. And I honestly think he's gonna pull it off. I think
throw all the money at him.
throw all the money at him,
Yes.
man. I think part 2 is gonna be absolutely fucking wild. I
Your
can't
baby's
wait.
in it more.
Oh yeah, Zendaya.
Yeah,
Yeah, the love of my life. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm
two
really
top movies this year.
two top movies this year. Zendaya was in. This coincidence?
Yeah,
I
I think not.
Yeah. I don't have much more to say. If you haven't seen Dune yet, you're insane.
Yeah.
Living Under a Cave, go watch it. It's the best movie of the year, easily.
Mhm.
I think anybody will like it. It's a lot to process, but like I said, I didn't feel confused at all. And I mean, yeah, like I like to watch a lot of movies and stuff, but I'm not like that smart. You
Yeah.
know? Like I can admit when I don't.
He may look smart, but
No, I don't.
yeah.
But, like I didn't get all of the Green Knight. I had to kind of like read into it a bit, right,
Yeah.
to get it. But this movie, dude, I didn't look up any of the.
You don't need to.
The wiki or the lore or any of it. I didn't look at what happens in the book because I felt like what happened in the movie was a complete story. If you sit down and you pay attention, you're not gonna.
I think this is for anybody that
Yeah, I
just
think so,
enjoy
too.
like you know, a world, like getting lost in a world, like a world that's completely foreign to us. We can talk about this all day, like all the great stuff in it.
Yeah, we could.
But watch our review instead, 'cause that's more in depth. And yeah, that's Dune. Dune.
Dude,
It's the best movie.
dude,
Part
where's
1.
my car?
It's in the worm. So that's the best movie of 2021. We agree.
We both agree. Our
Yeah.
top 2 is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the best two movies.
Not surprising, to be honest.
I was surprised by Spider-Man, how great it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be that good.
It was really good.
Yeah, 'cause, yeah. So that was.
Oh wait, I forgot one movie. It's
wait.
this movie called Mortal Kombat. It's actually better than Dune, and I can't believe like Warner Brothers is even putting their movie into a movie like or their money into Dune when you have like a tentpole franchise like Mortal Kombat that's done so well with memorable performances.
If I wasn't losing my voice right now,
You would kick my ass.
yeah, I'll kick your ass with my verbal assault.
Yeah.
But we're just going to end the video, and I want to slap you off screen. So like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next dimension.